Hello everyone, Ronan here, and today I got my paladin to level 60, and I put on all of my warrior gear, so include all strength, just to get a good comparison of what a rotation for a paladin would look like. Keeper of the Hymn, so I can reset all my points, just so that we can compare apples to apples, if the DPS is similar, and what my opinion is on the paladin and the warrior. So I have 907 strength, just make sure, warrior DPS, 907. All the stats should be the same, except for the weapon. The weapon is slightly better on the warrior, I believe, except the parry, but I mean like the physical damage, the auto attack. Yeah, we're going to be comparing Sword Oath to Deliverance, and then Shield Oath to Defiance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the video and then I'm going to play them both at the same time in the split screen fashion to save time. So you don't have to watch 4 parses, because that's just ridiculous. Let's have a quick look at the weapon. 72, High Battle Axe. Can I compare? Stats, parry, det, skill speed, det. So I would rather have this weapon on my warrior and potentially this weapon on the paladin. Now, on warrior, I really like having high skill speed. On a paladin, I would vote against it. Mainly because the faster you hit and the higher your skill speed, the more attacks you are able to land into your rotation. And because you don't really have a good TP recovery skill, then you'll run out of TP even faster. So I was going to do the rotations at the FC house, but I noticed that the target dummies were cluttered and they were pretty close together, so when I would use Circle of Scorn, it would actually hit more than one target dummy, which would skew the numbers. So we're going to start with what I think is going to be a really good paladin opener / rotation. Mind you, I don't really see paladins as good off tanks to be able to push DPS, because you're going to be using a Savage Blade in there, and might pull hate. But the other issue is your TP. Unless you have a ninja with goad that can goad you almost every cooldown, you're going to run out of TP. Like, I don't even know if I can sustain 2 minutes on the paladin. So we'll give it a shot. I'll kind of talk through my opener with this. The warrior, I have my other video with the warrior opener, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm just going to leave it at that, but I'm going to be doing it side by side, and I'll be putting the videos together as a split screen, and hopefully kind of synced. So let's give it a shot. I'm not going to pull with... Actually, I should, because I always do it with warrior. With paladin, actually, I would not. I don't want to waste the 120 TP for a measly 120. On warrior, big deal, you regenerate that TP anyway, you're fine. So I'm not going to do it, so I'm going to just start real close. No food, nothing, just everything's going to be the same. So I'm going to start. If I'm going to be off tanking, I'm not going to be using a Rage of Alone first. Or if I'm going to be off tanking, yeah. If I'm going to be off tanking, I'm not going to use Rage of Alone first. If I am tanking, I'm going to have to use probably 1 Rage of Alone and then start a rotation. Paladin's going to be a lot of, not really a set rotation, but just watching your hate on your party. As long as you have hate, then start doing as much damage as possible. Doesn't cost any more TP. Basically, you want to use Goring Blade in between 2 fight or flight rotations. So you want to use it twice in between that rotation. That's why I start this way. And hopefully do the same with Circle of Scorn. So as you can see, even for the opener, I mean, you keep up decently to what a warrior could do. Now, I'm not saying that it's as good as warrior, because warrior I can spike probably 1200, and so we'll see. It depends on crits. What I noticed with paladin is that your DPS is more sustained. The only issue is TP. As off tank, you're gonna do Fast Blade, Riot Blade, Fight or Flight, Goring Blade, Spirits Within, Fast Blade, Circle of Scorn, Savage Blade, and then Royal Authority. And basically, you're going to be doing 2 Royal Authority combos to your 1 Boring Blade combo. Now, if I had less skill speed, the timing would actually be perfect. Right now, I have too much skill speed. I have to dump some because I end up clipping my dot, which is not that good. What you want to do is having 2 Goring Blade combos, because that's your strongest attack in your arsenal, to your 1 Fight or Flight. That's the whole goal, is to use it twice while Fight or Flight is up and all your buffs are up. It should be enough. I don't have enough TP to support the skill anymore. So I did 2 minutes 40 seconds, let's say. I'm gonna try to get as close as possible on my warrior. So I did about 830 DPS. I messed up 1 rotation. I'm sure that if I threw in a fracture in there, I may be able to get more damage out of it. But the problem with fracture on a paladin is that it's only worth 220 potency. So if you delay a 340 potency attack, I don't know if it's really worth it. Or even if you use Goring Blade. I mean, Goring Blade is... So it's a 540 potency attack. This is massive. People keep complaining about Fell Cleave. This is better than Fell Cleave. The only difference, it's not burst, so people don't see the big damage. You know, this skill basically keeps your DPS at a nice number. So now I'm going to do it again, but in Shield Oath. Now mind you, most paladins are running Vit, which I understand. I'm probably going to spec back to Vit, because I don't have enough to live through Plasma, I'm pretty sure, with this build. Strength works much better on a warrior than it does on a paladin. So I'll have to readjust my gear, but just for DPS purposes, we're going to do it again. Now the big difference is while you're tanking, you'll have to watch your enmity. So I'm not sure if 1 Savage Blade every 2 rotations to the Goring Blade is going to be enough to keep hate. If it's not, just throw a Rage of Halon in there, you'll be losing 80 potency. The other thing I forgot to mention is I'm not sure how much 10% strength will equal to on a boss. So you may want to throw a Rage of Halon in there to reduce the boss's strength, so to reduce the amount of physical damage it deals. But as far as I know, I don't really know stats on bosses. So you may want to throw one of these in there if you feel you need some physical damage reduction. It's just something we're accustomed to because Paladins only had the 1 rotation, so it'd always be up. So I don't really know how much of a difference this plays into the fights. But in our group, we don't have a Paladin anymore, so we'll see. I'm not going to be using Shield Lob because it's a waste of TP at this point. Now let's assume I have enough hate. Let's say you have a ninja, he's giving you hate, people are using Quelling Strikes. Let's just go off of that right now. I'm just doing the same rotation, assuming that I can keep hate with Savage Blade. Now one thing I want to cover is Shield Swipe. Shield Swipe is going to be thrown in there quite a bit if you're tanking. This is your saving grace to maintain some TP for yourself. It's going to save you a bit of a headache. Now, it's 210 potency. It's not amazing, but the 40 TP, so over a long fight, this is going to be your saving grace. The nice thing with it is you can use Sheltron, get some MP back, so that you can use Clemency. Clemency, I think, is a really good skill, and I'll cover that in my 50 to 60 guide for Paladin skills. Thank you all for watching. I really enjoy your support. Hopefully this has helped you understand Paladin DPS a little bit, and that it's still a viable option. It's just very limited compared to Warrior. Not because of the skills, it's mainly TP. Hopefully I didn't rant too much. Thank you all for watching again, and I'll catch you in the next one, which should be in the next few days. I'm super busy right now, trying to just pump out videos. to help out people that are actually reaching 60 and that may actually need the help.